Imagine an ocean with no shores. An ocean made not of water, but of silence, space, and a deep, endless night. In the middle of this vast, dark sea, a small object is quietly drifting. It is entirely alone, moving gracefully through the cold, empty space, leaving our warm sun far behind. This is Voyager, a gentle traveler built by human hands many years ago, now floating peacefully in the space between the stars. Let us join it on this quiet journey. Let us travel into the calm of the deep dark. Close your eyes. Imagine the pale light of our world fading away, the blue of our oceans, and the white of our clouds slowly turning into just another tiny star in the sky. As we travel further, the light grows softer. The universe around us becomes incredibly still. The story of this quiet journey began a long time ago, back on Earth. In the middle of the 1960s, people looking up at the night sky noticed something beautiful happening in the dark. The giant planets in our outer solar system were moving into a rare, perfect arrangement. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune were slowly forming a graceful curve, a cosmic bridge. It was a quiet alignment, a gentle opening in the heavens that happens only once every 175 years. If a small ship were placed on this path, it would not need to fight its way through space. It could simply glide. It could use the natural pull of the giant planets, swinging smoothly from one massive world to the next, letting the ancient harmony of gravity guide its way deeper into the night. It was an invitation from the solar system, a perfect, silent path leading out into the deep. And so, humanity decided to accept this quiet invitation. They began to build a traveler. To travel through the deep void, a ship must be built to withstand absolute isolation. It must become a tiny, self-sustaining world, a quiet fortress floating in a freezing desert where the sun's warmth cannot reach. As Voyager drifted away from Earth, it carried no heavy engines. It carried no roaring fuel tanks. Instead, it relied on a silent, glowing heart. Deep inside the framework of the traveler, safely protected from the cold, rest 3 small, quiet power sources. 3 nuclear batteries. They do not burn fuel. They do not make a sound. Inside them, small pieces of an ancient element, plutonium, decay very slowly. As they decay, they produce a gentle, continuous warmth, a steady heat in the sub-zero darkness. This warmth is quietly turned into electricity, just enough energy to keep the ship's mind alive, just enough power to send a faint whisper of data back across the billions of miles to home. It is a slow, rhythmic pulse, a warm heartbeat that has kept the traveler operating in the dark for nearly half a century. The mind of Voyager is incredibly quiet. It does not possess the chaotic, rushing thoughts of modern technology. It does not have the endless memory of the devices we hold in our hands today. Its thoughts are simple, beautifully minimal. It remembers only what is absolutely necessary to survive. How to balance itself in the dark. How to point its antenna toward the distant, fading light of Earth. When Voyager captures a piece of the cosmos, it does not store it on digital chips. Instead, it uses a mechanical treasure, a gentle 8-track digital tape recorder. Imagine the slow, smooth turning of the tape in the silent void. A mechanical wheel spinning quietly, capturing the whispers of deep space on a magnetic ribbon. It moves with a calm, patient precision, unhurried, unbothered by the vastness of the universe around it. The technology is primitive by our standards, but in the deep night, its simplicity is its greatest strength. There are no complex systems to break. There is no digital noise to disturb the quiet. Just a warm heart, a simple mind, and a magnetic tape turning slowly in the endless dark. Floating, guided by silence, wrapped in the safety of the void. The journey out of the solar system is slow, unhurried. Years pass in total silence as the traveler glides through the dark. And then, out of the blackness, a massive shadow begins to grow. The first giant, Jupiter. Imagine approaching a world so large, so impossibly vast, that it feels like falling into a painted sky. There is no solid ground here, no mountains or valleys, just an endless ocean of swirling gas, turning silently in the dark. As Voyager drifted closer, it watched massive bands of clouds shifting like slow rivers of cream and rust. Great red storms spinning softly for hundreds of years. Pale white cyclones rolling peacefully over one another. A beautiful, silent dance of hydrogen and helium, glowing faintly against the pitch black of space. It was a mesmerizing sight. The giant did not roar. It simply breathed, slowly and steadily, wrapped in its thick, colorful blanket. Voyager glided above this swirling ocean, safe and untouched. As it passed, it felt the gentle pull of the giant's massive gravity. It was like a soft, invisible hand, carefully lifting the small traveler and throwing it gracefully back into the deep night. A quiet boost on its journey. More years drifted by. The silent emptiness returned until a new glow appeared in the distance. Saturn, the pale golden sphere. If Jupiter was a world of storms, Saturn was a world of profound stillness. A sleeping giant crowned with light. As Voyager drifted over its poles, it looked down upon the most beautiful rings in the solar system. They are not solid. They are made of millions and millions of tiny, frozen crystals of water and ice, floating in perfect circles, dancing together in the cold. If you could stand on Voyager as it passed, you would see the faint light of the distant sun catching the edges of the ice. The crystals sparkled silently, casting long, slow shadows across the golden clouds below. It was a quiet, majestic cathedral of ice and light, undisturbed for billions of years. Voyager stayed only a moment, taking a long, peaceful look at the frozen rings before the golden world began to shrink behind it. The traveler was moving deeper into the cold, deeper into the part of the solar system where the sun is just a bright, distant star, leaving the giants behind to continue its slow, graceful fall into the night. Beyond the golden rings of Saturn, the solar system becomes a very quiet place. The light from our sun grows weak. It is no longer a bright, warming fire, but merely the brightest star in a sky full of shadows. It takes many long, silent years to cross this part of the deep. Voyager glided through the freezing emptiness, perfectly still, perfectly calm, until a new presence emerged from the dark. Uranus. It was a world unlike the others, a pale, icy blue sphere rolling peacefully on its side. While other planets spin upright like tops, Uranus simply rests. It rolls along its path as if it is too tired to stand, wrapped in a thick, silent blanket of freezing gas and ice. There were no massive, swirling storms here, just a smooth, featureless ocean of pale blue. As Voyager passed, it looked down at a world frozen in time. A quiet, resting giant, holding onto its secrets in the deep cold. The gravity of the pale blue world gently nudged the traveler forward. One last push toward the edge of everything we know. 3 more years of total silence passed. The dark grew deeper. The cold grew absolute. And then, at the very edge of the solar system, appeared Neptune, a world of rich, deep oceanic blue, a lonely sentinel standing watch at the border of the interstellar sea. Even here, billions of miles from the warmth of the sun, Neptune was beautifully alive. Faint white clouds, made of frozen methane, drifted slowly over its deep blue atmosphere. They moved gracefully, like delicate strokes of paint on a dark canvas. As Voyager drifted by, it cast a final glance at the giant's silent weather. It passed close over Neptune's north pole, feeling the last gravitational pull it would ever experience in our solar system. It was a gentle tug, a slow, steady curve downwards, pointing the small ship out toward the vast, open spaces between the stars. Voyager had completed its grand tour of the giants. It had seen the spinning storms, the rings of ice, and the silent, frozen worlds. Now there were no more planets ahead, no more gravity to guide its path. There was only the quiet, endless black. The traveler was finally alone, ready to begin its true journey into the deep night. Before a traveler leaves its home forever, it is customary to give it a gift, something to carry into the dark, a quiet reminder of where it came from. As the small ship was being prepared for its endless journey, a group of people looked up at the sky and decided to send a message. Not a quick radio signal that would simply fade away into the deep. They wanted to send something physical, something permanent. They decided to create a record. It was not made in a hurry. It was crafted with immense patience and care. First, they formed a simple, beautiful circle out of pure copper. But copper alone could not survive the incredibly harsh, freezing emptiness of deep space. So to protect the message, they covered the copper in a thin, shining layer of gold. It glows faintly, a tiny piece of warm light safely attached to the side of the quiet ship. It was placed inside a smooth aluminum cover, tucked away like a precious letter in an envelope. It is the ultimate message in a bottle, designed to sleep safely in the void for millions, perhaps billions of years. There is no rush to deliver it, no destination it must reach. The golden disk simply rests there, a quiet piece of our world, moving silently through the night. A peaceful greeting, waiting patiently in the dark. Space is a place of absolute, perfect silence. There is no air to carry a voice, no wind to rustle the leaves, just an endless, quiet vacuum, but safely pressed into the golden record. Traveling through this deep silence is a whole world waiting to be heard. Imagine taking the most beautiful, peaceful sounds of our home and freezing them in time. If someone were to play this record in the dark, the quiet void would suddenly fill with life. They would hear the gentle, rhythmic tapping of rain falling on a forest canopy, the slow, deep singing of a lonely whale echoing through a vast ocean, the soft crackling of a warm fire, the evening song of crickets hidden in the grass. They would hear a mother whispering a gentle lullaby to a sleeping child. And underneath it all, the quiet, steady rhythm of a human heartbeat, a warm pulse traveling through the freezing night. The people who made the record also wanted to say hello. They gathered voices from all over the world, people speaking softly in dozens of different languages, a chorus of gentle greetings cast out into the endless ocean of stars. But perhaps the most peaceful recording of all is the sound of a silent mind. A young woman named Andruyan sat in a quiet room and closed her eyes. She let her mind wander. She thought about the long, beautiful history of our planet. She thought about what it feels like to fall in love. The gentle electricity of her thoughts was captured. Her quiet brain waves were turned into sound and pressed into the gold. It is a pure piece of human consciousness, a quiet, loving thought resting out among the ancient stars, untouched by time, drifting beautifully in the dark. Many years into the deep night, the traveler was asked to do one last thing. Before it closed its eyes to the universe, it was asked to slowly turn around, to look back across the endless, silent ocean it had just crossed. It was now billions of miles away. From that incredible distance, the sun was no longer a blinding fire. It was just a bright star, casting faint, peaceful rays of light into the absolute dark. The traveler gently pointed its camera toward home, and there, resting quietly in a single beam of scattered sunlight, was a tiny speck, a pale blue dot. It was so small, less than a single drop of paint on a vast black canvas. But on that tiny dot of blue, everything we have ever known exists. Every quiet forest, every deep ocean, every person who has ever lived, loved, and slept under the night sky. All of it resting gracefully on a speck of dust, floating in the silent void. Looking at it from the deep dark brings a profound sense of peace. We are so incredibly small, yet we are safely held in the gentle vastness of space. After taking that final, quiet look, the traveler turned its cameras off. It closed its eyes for good, saving its gentle warmth for the long journey ahead. There was nothing left to photograph, nothing left to see, only the peaceful, empty road of the cosmos and the memory of a pale blue dot carried safely in the dark. Even when the sun is incredibly far away, it still tries to protect us. It constantly breathes out a warm, invisible wind, a gentle stream of light and energy that pushes back the deep cold of the open galaxy. This wind creates a massive, invisible bubble around our entire solar system, a safe harbor in the cosmic ocean. For decades, Voyager sailed on this quiet wind. But as it traveled further and further into the dark, the breath of the sun began to fade. It grew weaker, slower, until finally, the traveler reached the very edge of the bubble. Imagine standing on a quiet shore where the warm water of a shallow bay finally meets the deep, cold currents of the open sea. There was no sudden crash, no storm, just a slow, peaceful transition. The warm wind of home simply stopped blowing. Voyager glided smoothly across the boundary. It left the safe harbor of the sun and entered the interstellar medium, the true deep ocean of the Milky Way. The space between the stars is incredibly still. It is filled with the ancient, quiet dust of galaxies, undisturbed since the beginning of time. Here, there is no wind to push against the ship. There is no solar weather. It is a place of absolute, perfect calm. Voyager is now swimming in waters that no human object has ever touched. A tiny, glowing traveler, moving gracefully through the deep, quiet night of the universe. Perfectly safe, drifting through the silent dark. Deep in the endless night, even the warmest fire must eventually burn low. For many decades, the quiet heart inside the traveler has kept the freezing cold of space at bay. It has been a steady, loyal warmth, a gentle pulse of energy in a place where no other light exists. But as the years pass, the heart beats a little slower. The warmth begins to softly fade. This is not something to fear. It is a natural, peaceful process. To survive just a little longer in the dark, the small ship must make quiet choices. One by one, it gently closes its eyes to the universe. It turns off the parts of its mind it no longer needs. It lets the freezing cold of the deep space slowly fill the empty rooms of its metal body. It does this carefully, patiently, to save every last drop of warmth for its voice. It wants to keep whispering into the dark, sending a faint, distant signal back to the world that built it, just to say it is still out there, still floating safely. Someday soon, the last glowing ember will go out. The quiet voice will finally stop. The traveler will go completely cold. But it will not be a tragedy. It will be a well-deserved rest, a peaceful sleep after a long, beautiful journey. The ship will simply become one with the silent dark, perfectly at peace, undisturbed by the passage of time. Even when the voice of the traveler finally fades, its journey will not end. The silence will simply become absolute, without any wind to slow it down, without any force to stop it. The small ship will keep gliding, moving smoothly and perfectly through the deep, empty night. In about 300 years, it will reach the edge of a vast, unseen world. The Uit Cloud. It is a massive, peaceful shell of ancient ice and frozen comets, resting quietly in the dark since the beginning of our solar system. It is so unimaginably huge that it will take the traveler 30,000 years just to drift through it. 30,000 years of total, undisturbed silence, floating past frozen rivers of ice that have never seen the light of day. Long after it leaves the ice behind, it will pass by other stars. In 40,000 years, it will glide gracefully past a small, quiet star named Gliese 445. It will not stop. It will simply pass by in the dark, a silent ghost carrying a golden memory. Eventually, the traveler will join the great slow turning of the Milky Way galaxy. It will orbit the center of our galactic home for billions of years, long after our own sun has changed, long after the pale blue dot has faded into time. The ship and its golden record will remain, a quiet piece of our world, a gentle thought perfectly preserved in the freezing void, resting forever among the ancient stars. Breathe in the calm of this endless space. Imagine the slow, steady movement through the dark. Nothing left to do, nowhere else to be. Just floating, just resting in the deep, quiet night.